What happened to the audio? Yo, I did not do that. I ain't do that to the audio, man. I don't know what they doing. She got on his glasses.
He had.
Okay.
Yo, he didn't.
All right now.
Oh, they cut us in when they laughing. That's crazy. But he had on these glasses during trial, y'all.
Talk that talk. All right. How long have you known? You said you was one of the prettiest girls he ever had. All right. So does that mean y'all used to date?
Yes.
Okay. When did you all date?
Since 2021.
And are you all still dating now? Just yes or no?
I don't know.
Okay.
What's,
Let me ask you this. Do you own guns?
Yes.
Right. How many guns have you owned? Or do you own currently?
Probably like 7, 6, I think.
Specifically, I want to ask you, have you ever owned an FN-57 pistol?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember when did you purchase that gun?
December.
December
I don't
of what
know.
year?
I don't remember the year.
Okay. Have you had the opportunity to look at the receipt from that purchase?
Earlier.
Okay. Well, looking at a copy of that receipt, help refresh your memory as to what year and when you purchased that weapon?
Yes.
All right. Permission to approach, Your Honor?
Yeah.
I'm going to show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 425 VV. Tell me, do you recognize 425 VV?
Yes.
Okay. And let me ask, does that look like the receipt from when you purchased an FN-57?
Yes.
And I see.
yo, who you taking? Her or Kayla? So this why they came out with that little gossip? Oh, I ain't even gonna lie, Kayla, you Dunsky. You Dunsky.
As you're flipping through it, does that look like the
No more ponies for you, Kayla.
application you filled out when you went to go purchase your weapon?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And Your Honor, this time the state would like to admit 425 VV into evidence.
All right, that's admitted.
Looking at 425 VV, what is the date of purchase?
December 23rd, 2021.
And do you see on that receipt a serial number or an SN number?
No. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I see it.
What is the serial number listed on the receipt?
386-409-184.
All right. I'm going to show you what's been admitted as 221 VV. It's going to be kind of tiny. I want you to tell me, do you see a serial number on 221 VV on the bottom?
Yes.
What is that serial number?
386-409-184.
Is that the same serial number that's
Yes.
on the receipt?
Yes, ma'am.
What color is that gun?
I think it's all black.
Now, Shannon had these glasses on in the beginning of the trial, y'all. Same jumps. Because I was thinking, damn, they like mine, but you can see they got gold. They slicker. You feel me? I ain't going to say they the same ones, y'all, but I'm going to have to say it's pretty close.
Does this look like the gun that you purchased?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you, and back in March of 2022, did you allow Shannon to use that gun?
No.
Did you ever give that gun to Shannon?
No.
Were you aware that he had possession of that gun?
No.
Do you know someone by the name of Demekion Garlington?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you know Demekion Garlington?
He dated my friend.
Okay. Do you know if he is a friend of Mr. Jackson
Yes, ma'am.
or Mr. Stillwell? Have you ever spoken to Demekion Garlington on his cellular phone?
Yes.
Whoa. For what?
Have you ever spoken with Mr. Demekion Garlington in March of 2022 about you giving Mr. Stillwell that handgun?
I don't know.
Whoa, you on a wiretap, baby? She got set up. Something ain't right, bro. Why would she be on the phone talking to him about that? Something ain't right, y'all.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand the answer.
She said, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't understand.
I don't know.
You don't know if you've ever spoken with him?
I spoke to him, but I don't know if I spoke to him about a gun.
Specifically on March 17th, 2022, do you recall speaking to Mr. Garlington about that gun being in Mr. Shannon Stillwell's possession?
Yo.
I don't remember.
Oh, man. Yo paid for the BBL and the rollie for nothing. She got the rollie and the BBL off Stillwell, and she was and Demekion Garlington was smacking on the back end. That's crazy. What type of Nancy Pelosi type of it's just this, man? Straight up, man.
Do you remember ever speaking to Mr. Garlington about the fact that Mr. Stillwell had been arrested on March 17th, 2022?
After
Yes
he
or
got
no?
it? Oh, I don't know. No.
Or you don't remember?
I don't remember.
And in that call, do you remember telling Demekion Garlington that the gun he had would be a clean gun because you gave him that gun?
No. I don't know.
That boy the law.
I don't remember.
Yo, remember I told y'all about the paperwork I read where they said the dude was working for Quinn. They asked him in court, when you was on that jail call or that phone call, you was telling you was talking to your peoples. He said, nah, I was already working for Quinn at that point. So everything I was saying was cap. I was trying to get some more evidence out of the other people. So everything I was just trying to pull evidence from them. Pay attention, y'all. Demekion Garlington, man.
I want to take you to March 14th, 2022.
Just like Bean. Remember we was wondering, yo, why Bean call home like that? Then he talking to Quinn, and Quinn asked him, yo, why you on the phone like that? You could tell he ran a play. Quinn didn't told him, yo, on the jail call is recorded. You go on there and say something, we can use it as evidence and then make it add to the pile. Y'all see the play? So the wiretap, Holmes was in. Remember I said, yo, something up with Demekion Garlington, because how Stillwell ain't using his phone, he know it's tapped. And then Demekion Garlington still using his. That don't add up. Somebody I know say I ain't using my phone and they keep calling from different numbers. I'm going to think mine tapped too. Hold up, bro, I'll be with you. So I always thought something was fishy with Holmes.
Did you ever go to an out?
Look, even his own people say he talked crazy on the phone. Or that was the police said that. That was hold on. That was Gaither? Say, yeah, Demekian Garlington. Who said Demekian Garlington be running his jibs on the phone too much?
A rental car facility at the airport with Shannon to rent a vehicle?
Yes.
And who was the renter of the vehicle?
It was me, but we had to switch it because I don't have a credit card, so Shannon.
So did Shannon rent the vehicle?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to show you what's already been admitted as State's Exhibit 188 VV and 189 VV. First, looking at 188 VV, is that you inside of that vehicle?
It looked like me.
Actually, it doesn't.
And what type of car did y'all rent in March of 2022?
I don't know.
Do you remember renting a white Audi vehicle?
I didn't rent it.
Okay. Do you remember being with Mr. Stillwell Jackson when he rented the white Audi vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And looking at this picture, 188 VV, does the car appear to have any tint on the vehicle at this time?
Probably. I don't know. I don't know. It looked like it on the back.
Okay. Are you able to see inside of the car through the glass?
Ma'am.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Yes, ma'am.
Pull that mic over to you and try to talk directly into it if you don't mind for us.
And is that Mr. Stillwell Jackson sitting next to you in the passenger seat?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, in March of 2022, where were you living?
Still.
And specifically around March 14, 2022, were you and Mr. Jackson staying in any hotels in the Douglasville area of Georgia?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember when you began staying in hotels in the Douglasville area?
I don't remember the day.
How long were you staying in hotels?
We was staying in a hotel since March 9th.
March 9th. Why were you staying in a hotel since March 9th of 2022?
Because these girls tried to rob me.
Did you know who these girls were?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Do you know if these girls were affiliated with any gangs?
You know,
I don't know.
Whoa.
You said you started staying there on March 9th, 2022. Do you remember if you stayed at the hotels a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? Do you remember at all?
It was like 3 hotels. It was... Oh, you want me to keep going?
You stayed at 3 different hotels.
Yes, ma'am.
Over the course of how long? 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? Do you remember?
It was probably like until he got locked up.
On March 17th. Yes. Okay. Course indulgence for one moment. For Demekian Garlington, did you have a nickname that you called him?
Scarface.
Any other nickname?
I didn't call him that, but I know his other nickname.
What's that?
Lil D.
And then Mr. Did you call him Jackson or Stillwell?
Both.
Okay. Did you Does he have a nickname?
Bay.
Oh, that's okay. That's your nickname. All right. That's fair. That's fair. Did you ever hear people call him SB?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And in March of 2022, did you have a vehicle that you owned?
Yes, ma'am.
And what type of vehicle is that?
Scat Pack Charger.
And did Mr. Jackson have a vehicle that he owned in March of 2022?
We shared the car.
And it was that you shared that Charger?
Yeah.
Okay. I have no further questions, Roman.
Miss Alexander, good afternoon. Hey, we've met before, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So let me start out with, I'm not trying to embarrass you, okay?
Okay.
In your relationship with Shannon from 2021 to when he was arrested, were there issues, thank you, with infidelity?
Yes, ma'am. I mean, I'm sorry. My mom messed up. Yes, sir.
Okay.
2 times.
You said 2 times? You said? Okay. And at some point throughout your relationship, had you gone through his phone?
Yes.
Okay. When you went through his phone, you were looking for other women that he was messing with, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And did he openly let you look at his phone? Or was he protective of his phone?
He wasn't there when I looked, didn't he?
Okay.
So he gave me the password.
Let me ask you this. When he was arrested on March 17, 2022, did you have interest in looking at his phone to see what he had going on?
No, I didn't have his phone.
No, I didn't say did you have his phone. I know you didn't have his phone.
Oh, did I want to?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So March 17, 2022, you want, one of the things you want to do is look at his phone
Yes.
and what he has going on inside his phone.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Now, you said something interesting on direct about being robbed. When were you robbed?
What day?
Yes.
Like the 9th, 10th?
March 9th or 10th of 2022?
I think it was March 9th.
March 9th of 2022? Okay. And Miss Alexander, at that time you were working in a cash industry, correct? And by that I mean you would get paid in cash and you would tend to have cash on you, correct?
I dance.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So at that time you were a dancer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And as a dancer you get paid cash, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And that robbery happened at night, correct?
Yes, sir.
Shannon wasn't with you when you got robbed?
No.
Okay. And this robbery...
I didn't get robbed. They tried to rob me.
They tried to rob you. I'm sorry. They did try to rob you. And this attempted robbery, this is all on video, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And people hid out and waited for you to walk down a hallway, and then they charged you with weapons, correct?
They charged me? They charged at me?
Yeah, they charged at you.
Yes.
Okay. And because you were being robbed, you
Shot him.
shot at them.
Shot her.
Oh, you shot her. Okay. All right. Now, ultimately, the people that were trying to rob you on that video were charged, correct?
Yes, sir.
By the police?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you were never charged because you were acting in self-defense.
Yeah, I didn't get charged.
Okay.
Somebody send me the paperwork.
But on March 9th of 2022, after someone tried to rob you and take your money from you, you became concerned for your safety, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
You became concerned that people were looking out for you, correct?
Yeah, clearly.
You were concerned that people were going to try to, for some reason, get revenge on you, even though all you were doing was defending yourself.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And beginning on March 9th, 2022, you started having concerns about people being able to know what kind of car you were driving, correct?
Yes.
And knowing where you lived, correct?
Yes.
And that was all stemming from the March 9th, 2022 incident, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So after the March 9th, 2022 incident, you certainly let Shannon know about what happened, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you decided, even though you had a Scat Pack Charger, that's a fancy car, right?
Yeah.
Even though you, and that Scat Pack Charger had tinted windows, did it not?
The worst tint you could get.
The darkest tint you could get.
Yeah.
Okay, but even though you had that Scat Pack Charger with the tinted windows, you decided that you needed to get a rental, correct?
Yeah.
And you went and got a rental shortly after March 9th, 2022, correct?
Yeah, like, I don't know if it was the next day. I can't remember.
Okay, and do you remember where you got your rental from?
On Thornton Road, but I think it was Enterprise.
Okay. I beg the court's indulgence just for a moment. And what kind of car did you get, if you recall?
It was like a SUV or something. I don't remember that. I don't know.
And that was to switch it up in case someone from the March 9th incident was coming
Following.
to harm you.
Yes, sir.
All right. And that's also why you got a hotel room, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, around this time, well, actually a couple of days later, Shannon also got a rental, correct?
Yes, sir.
And he walked right into the store with you, and you guys dealt with the cashier, and he gave over his ID and his payment, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Let me ask you about your Scat Pack. Even to this day, you had that car until recently, correct?
I still got it.
Okay, you still have it. Even to this day, you've continued to get that car wrapped, correct?
Every 3 months.
Every 3 months you get the car wrapped. What is wrapping a car?
The car color orange, but I keep switching it up.
Okay.
Keep getting a different color.
And why do you keep getting a different color?
Cause I don't know who them girls was.
Right. So even to this day, you keep switching the colors of your car that you own.
Yeah.
Just to keep yourself safe.
Yes, sir.
And you got those windows tinted to keep yourself safe.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let me ask you about tint. You've gotten tint on cars before?
Every car I get.
Okay. When you go and get tint, and when they install the tint, do they tell you not to roll down your window for 24 to 48 hours?
Yes.
Okay. And if you roll down your window within that time, it can cause the tint to be damaged or bubble up, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So if you were to get tint on, say, March 14th of 2022, that tint, that those windows are not to be rolled down in order to protect the tint, correct?
Yes.
And if they are rolled down, you could see bubbling in the tint, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. One last thing, Ms. Alexander, and I appreciate you being here. I'm going to take you back to March 14th of 2022. Do you remember early in the morning of March 15th reaching out to Shannon to tell him about news that you had learned about a shooting in Mechanicsville?
Yes.
Okay. And did you reach out to tell Mr. Stillwell about that shooting, or did Mr. Stillwell reach out to tell you about that shooting?
I told him.
Okay. And tell me how you found out about that shooting so quickly.
On this girl page, she was riding past.
Say it one more time.
On this girl page, she was riding past.
Okay. So
But it was on Instagram.
I understand your answer as a girl that you know was riding past Windsor Street and saw the police out there?
Yeah, it was police out there.
Okay. And then this person reached out or put it on Instagram. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
and then it was, yeah.
Okay. All right. By the early morning hours of March 15th, it was not a secret that a shooting had occurred on Windsor Street, was it?
No, it was all over Instagram.
Okay. And you were concerned about Shannon's safety, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I have no further questions. Thank you.
Redirect.